Max awoke in a nightmare, tied to a chair, left alone in the center of a studio. She was trapped inside the dark room.
What? Where? It's a dark room.
Surrounded by photography equipment, she was at the mercy of Jefferson's perverted eye. But thankfully, he wasn't here.
Is anybody out there? Please, help!
She tried calling for help, but it was futile. Even beyond the concrete walls and the steel vault door, she was miles away from any of her friends. But she wouldn't give up now, knowing she had finally found the truth to everything, and could eventually bring down Jefferson and the Prescotts.
These straps hurt.
Some relief, she freed her right foot.
Finally, I'm free. Oh shit, that's me. He took that shot last night.
Looking around, she could tell Jefferson had just been here.
God.
But she had a feeling he would be back soon.
It happened. This must be the same drug Nathan used on Kate.
Pulling the trolley closer, she could see an earlier photo of herself, completely in Jefferson's control.
I hate looking at myself like that. You'll pay for this, Jefferson.
She had to go back and change things, stop Jefferson from shooting Chloe and kidnapping her,
Never go back.
even if it meant she'd be much closer to that monster.
But this is the only way.
That's great. Oh, Max. This angle highlights your purity, see? The slightly unconscious model is often the most open and honest. No vanity or posing, just pure expression. Oh, Christ. Look at that perfect face. Hold that stare there! Stay still!
It was sickening, but she was completely helpless. At least she was conscious and able to hear whatever Jefferson confessed to.
Oh, Max! You fucked up my shot! But please don't worry. We have all the time in the world. For now, I knew you were special the second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word. But I love the purity of your own image. Not like Rachel, who was always looking in the wrong places. Poor Rachel. It's just too bad you're so goddamn nosy, Max. But this room is under 24/7 surveillance, so all I had to do was text you from Nathan's phone. And you fell right into my hands. You really should have focused on schoolwork, not private detecting with your little friend.
Chloe.
Chloe, right. Yeah, I'm sorry that Nathan killed her in self-defense. But she had a troubled history like most Arcadia Bay dropouts. Nobody will be surprised or care. Though I promise, people will care when you die tonight, Max. I wasn't lying when I said you have a gift. Okay. Now this looks good. Maybe a few more close-ups. Max, please do not move so much. I need you posed and framed my way. Maybe a new dose will calm you down.
No.
This wasn't working. There was no way out of this nightmare, but still she tried to fight back in any way she could.
For this will hurt much. Stupid bitch! You just don't listen, do you? In fact, you never did hear much in my class. If you had, you might have seen all this coming. God damn, you are a fighter, though. I've had my eye on you, and I've noticed that you've been more fearless this week than maybe your whole life.
No.
Remember my #1 rule. Always take the shot.
She fell unconscious, but at least she had made a difference. Instead of examining the photos, Jefferson was furious that they had been ruined.
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that happened. So sick.
She woke back up in the present, from just after she had travelled back in time using the photo.
Wait. Jefferson couldn't handle stains on his photos. Good. Now I can use them. Whoa. I'm definitely more awake in this photo. I could try this one. This might work. Please work.
Focusing on the new photo, she hoped there would be a chance for her to escape, or at least learn something useful.
So innocent. I'm getting some spectacular images here, Max. Yes, Victoria would kill to be in your place, but she doesn't understand our connection. You're the winner, Max. I choose you. Your portrait.
Fuck you.
You're trying too hard. I know you're scared. You all have the same doe-eyed look when you wake up here, replaced by fear as you realize what's about to happen.
Mr. Jefferson, why are you doing this?
Oh, Max, I'm so glad you asked that question. Simply put, I'm obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical. They lose that naivete. However, some Blackwell students carry their hope and optimism with them like an aura. And those lucky few become my models. My subjects.
Yes.
So Jefferson really was just a psychopath. This was all about his sick obsession about photographing innocence in unwilling women.
Au contraire, Max. I'm so sane that nobody knows what's happening to you right now. And don't get me started on your late partner. I had enough of those faux punk sluts in my Seattle days.
You killed Chloe. You murdered my best friend.
She had a loaded weapon. This was clearly self-defense, but that's what happens when you play with guns. Or try to fuck with me. It's better when they don't know. Like pure, sweet Kate.
Kate believed, and she survived. You failed to break her. She's stronger than ever, and she'll outlive you.
She'll certainly outlive you. Who knows? Maybe I'll pay Kate a visit soon and test her faith again. I do know that the Prescotts are going to have a major scandal when the town finds out what their elite son has been doing for homework.
You used Nathan.
I prefer the term manipulated. Like with an image. Nathan's was easy to twist around. I became a sort of father figure for Nathan. It happens often in teacher-student relationships. It was kind of touching for a while.
Did you tell him everything about your plans at Blackwell?
Don't be stupid, Max. I told him what he needed to hear. In return, I had access to the Prescott fortune. Who do you think paid for this glorious darkroom and equipment? How else could I get all these hip new drugs for my subjects?
Rachel Amber was your victim, not your subject.
Oh. Rachel Amber. That's the real tragedy. Nathan thought he could be an artist like me. Instead, the dumbass gave her an overdose.
Why Rachel?
I don't have time to tell you everything. But she was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities. We had a real connection.
Did she let you take pictures of her?
Rachel was in love with me. That's not my ego. Just look at our sessions. Not that I'll let you. Nobody loved having their picture taken more. Anyway, Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so Look at this as a favor.
You're evil.
Oh, I see. You're good because you stopped your friend from beating Nathan up.
I cared more about Nathan than you did.
No, you didn't. It's just too bad that he fell in lust with Rachel. He actually thought he could mimic what I do with the camera and subject, like father, but not like son.
Where is Nathan now?
Dead and buried. After what he did to Rachel, I knew I couldn't keep him as a protege for much longer. Now the police will never find his body. Do you finally get it now, Max? I can't compromise my vision with amateurs.
You are an amateur. Look at the trail of death you left behind. You can't blame all this on Nathan. I don't care what you do to me. You're gonna die, motherfucker. For Chloe and Rachel and everybody else.
I do love your spirit, Max, but you brought yourself here by your own choice.
Despite having murdered at least Chloe and Rachel, he didn't seem worried at all, planning on blaming that on Nathan.
So I have to make sure there's nothing left behind of you. Okay. Now, let's see how these shots came out. I can see why your instant camera is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
Now's a chance to look around, to see if there's anything she could use against Jefferson.
I have all those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
Okay.
Wait! Please, Mr. Jefferson.
Max, I would love to talk shop, but I really need to go over these pictures. Especially while they're fresh in my mind. I think our session was a career high for me.
You still have my diary.
Don't worry. Nobody's going to read it. Thanks for reminding me. There's nothing more innocent than a teenager's diary. Oh, look at your selfies. What a waste of talent. Look at that shot, Max. You can do so much better.
Her plan worked. She now had access to another memory, but should she go for it? She'd never gone to the past within the past before.
Oh my god. I could go all the way back to the moment this all started. Max, this could be your chance to fix everything. For good.
Is purity personified. I wish you
I
could
feel like
see
totally
yourself.
haunts my mind with those sad mothers and children.
I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb
I'm
word
back.
for a wonderful photographic
Right back where I started this insane week. And nobody is going to hurt Chloe ever again.
Portrait has been popular since the early 1800s.
The lesson was the same, but since so much had happened between now and the darkroom, she'd have to be very careful with what she changed.
I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portrait?
The Daguerrean process.
Oh. Well, that was easy, Max.
Was it? Okay.
Well, okay then. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes
To change time.
The winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the
First, let's make it real easy to capture Mark Jefferson.
Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Bastard. I have to warn David about Jefferson and the darkroom.
I just worked so hard in the shop.
I should be able to track down David's number from the school pamphlet. Found you.
First, she decided she would tell David everything, knowing he already had his suspicions about Jefferson, and had been tracking Nathan to the old
For
barn.
once, David, I'm praying you'll overreact to this as much as everything else. And take Jefferson down fast. You wanted me to enter the contest, asshole. So maybe I'll be going to San Francisco. And Jefferson, you'll be going to prison. The past within the past. Am I pushing myself too hard?
Before handing in her photo, she went to talk to Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Oh, hey, Max.
Kate, listen to me.
I am.
Always remember that you're not alone. I've got your back no matter what happens. So do a lot of other people. We all care. We're all here for you. You need to know that.
Max, that makes me feel so blessed for the first time this week. I don't know what to say.
That's okay. Neither do I. Maybe we could both use a hug.
It was the right thing to do, to reassure her that everything was going to be fine. And if Max was able to stop Jefferson
always know
soon,
the right thing to
Kate would
do.
never have a reason to return to the roof of the dormitory.
Mr. Jefferson, we need to talk.
Can you see I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson now?
I can see you're kissing ass again. Nothing new.
What did you just say?
Hold on, Victoria. Are you okay, Max?
Not until Victoria knows that hiding behind a screen and posting videos of people is totally fucked up. You know how easy it is to hurt somebody? To destroy their life? Are you proud of yourself? If you have any feelings left, you should think about your actions.
Listen, I didn't...
Of course you did. You're so insecure, you can't even be happy with your own talent. You have to try and bring everybody down to your mean and ugly level.
Okay, I do not have to listen to this bullshit. Do I, Mr. Jefferson?
Well, it looks like you already did, Victoria.
Then I guess I'm done talking.
I sure hope so.
I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy that, but why?
Here's my photograph for the Everyday Heroes contest.
Oh, that was easy.
No. It wasn't easy at all.
Well, I can't prejudge yet, but I'm very happy you decided to enter. That means a lot to me. And Blackwell, the first step for any artist is to put themselves out there in the world without fear. To be innocent.
Or guilty.
Well, thanks for the photo, and maybe both of us will be jet-setting to San Francisco this Friday.
Or maybe only one of us will be going.
Don't be so modest, Max. Anything can happen in a week.
As you're going to find out, Mr. Jefferson.
And so time changed again. Max still saved Chloe from Nathan in the toilets, and the reunion played out mostly as it had before. But thankfully, David did overreact to Max's warning, and the police raided the dark room. Max had seen for herself how full of evidence it was. Jefferson and Nathan didn't stand a chance of getting away, as they were both arrested on school grounds. Kate was never taken to the dark room. She was saved from that nightmare, and from what came after it. But instead, the police found Rachel's body in the junkyard. Max was still there for Chloe, but she had been more preoccupied with schoolwork and winning the Everyday Heroes competition. So instead of experiencing the worst day of her life when Chloe was murdered and she had been kidnapped, she instead found herself preparing to leave for San Francisco, where her photo would be on display at a professional gallery. Her dream had come true.
Whoa!
Okay. You're okay, Max. You're safe. On a plane. I hope I did everything right this time.
In Jefferson's place was Principal Wells. For once in a very long time, she felt truly safe. Maybe, just maybe, she had finally got everything right. After so many changes in such a short amount of time, was she really free from Jefferson's grasp, or had something been overlooked? Changing time this much had its consequences. It was something Max would find out again very soon. Please subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.